my background, I spent some time at the Department of Education in another life, and I was involved in a commission called the Future of Higher Education, Spellings Commission, Future of Higher Education. And one of the big things that we talked about in that commission, and actually one of the most contentious issues, was this issue around data in higher education and the lack of data in higher education, and the fact that, you know, some in traditional higher education will try their hardest to make sure that we never get that level of transparency about outcomes in higher education. And so it's been a personal, I guess, a little bit of a passion for mine. And then when I went to the chamber, we started getting involved in more higher education out of necessity. We've got employers who tell us every day we are not happy with the outcomes of graduates of higher education. We got a lot of people that are actually completing higher education that are unemployed and underemployed. And so what's going on about the quality of that education? But then we're also very involved in sort of K through 12 issues and reform, and very focused with the civil rights community on how do we make sure that underrepresented students are getting the education that they deserve. And so we have been vocal advocates for more data and transparency in higher education. And then on the foundation side, so I work on the chamber side, but I also have a role in the foundation, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation, where we do a lot of programming. And we developed this program called Launch My Career, and it's a partnership of Gallup and American Institutes for Research. We partner with some chambers in a handful of states. We're only in a handful of states because we're only in a few states where you can actually get the level of data that we want for this tool. And it's a web tool, and it basically identifies the hot jobs in a region, the skills required for those jobs, and the institutions that provide you a best return on your investment to get that level, that education and that training to get those jobs. And some of the interesting things, so we're in Tennessee, Colorado, Texas, and just launched in Florida. And really, those are, you know, there's probably maybe 4 other states in the country, I think, that actually have that level of data and that are willing, actually I should say, everyone has that data. It's, do they want to make it public? Do they want to share that and make that information public? So, and I think one of the unique things about our tool is that it is program level data. So that institution level data is important, right? It's great to know how college X, what their completion rates and all of that are. But what we've discovered in partnering with AIR is that it's oftentimes more important what you study than where you study sometimes. So you can look at an institution and you can look beneath that at the program that you might choose and the program that you would study and see wide-ranging differences in completion and success out of various programs. And so we're agnostic about the choices that you make, but we feel like you should be given the information to make those choices.